Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga LJ. My name is LJ. I'm a yoga teacher and a registered nurse. And for today's class, we'll be doing a shoulder bliss and supple quads, enhancing mobility with yoga. I do recommend a couple blocks in the strap for today. You might want to arrange the loop in the strap, a fairly large loop, so it's available to you once we come around to using it. It's for the quad stretches. We'll start in a child's pose. When you're ready, land the hands in front of you, resting the forehead down. Dissolving the mind as you tune into the intelligence of the body. We'll leave the hands wide, shoulder width. We'll bring them a little closer to you, straight arms, elbows off the floor, pressing index finger, pinky fingers down evenly. Head back, wide collarbones. Exhale, drop your head round the upper back. Inhale, head up, wide collarbones. Exhale, drop your head round the upper back one more time. Inhale up, press your fingers. Exhale to the navel, dropping the head. And we're going to keep the upper body strength, straight arms, wide shoulders. Don't lose those actions. As you curl your toes under, and then exhale, lift your knees off the floor. Wait for a moment, another breath, and then exhale back to downward dog. We'll do this again. A couple breaths here in downward dog. And we'll come forward, drop your knees inch off the floor. Warming up the core. And drop the knees down. Inhale, head up to cow, wide shoulders. And we'll exhale, hips back onto your heels that are toes curled under. Straight arms, keep the upper body strength, wide shoulders. Exhale, knees up. Inhale. And then exhale back to downward dog. Another couple breaths here. We'll do it again. We'll come forward, we'll hover the knees inch off the ground and dropping down, head up to cow, wide collarbones, press your hands. Exhale, hips back, toes curled under, round the upper back, drop the head. Keep exhaling, lift your knees, take an inhale, and then exhale to downward dog. Keeping the upper body strength. And we'll bend the knees, bring your chest towards your thighs, finding length in the spine. More space for the shoulders. We'll come forward. We're going to hover the knees inch off the ground. And we'll drop the knees down. Coming to hands and knees. If you're using blocks, you'll bring them under your hands, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to engage the core. Softening low ribs down as you bring the right foot back, pushing the heel back, straight thigh, quadricep pushing up. Head up. When you're ready, lift the right knee, bend the knee, lift the knee up. Come on your left fingertips. Left hand is going to reach for your right foot or ankle. If you can't reach your foot, just reach towards as a direction. Breathing through. We'll bring the hand back down. Don't drop your foot. Keep floating your foot forward. Float as though you're going to step, but don't step. And you're going to bring it back up. Right foot back up, knee up. On your left fingertips when you're ready, left hand's going to reach for the foot one more time. We're going to release left hand down. The same thing. Try to float your right foot forward without stepping it down. Try to float as if you're stepping forward. Use your core hands. Bring your foot back up. Right knee coming up and release. We'll move on to the other side. We'll push back for a moment here first. And we'll come back for the left side. Find your core. Left foot pushing back, heel pushing back. Come on your right fingertips when you're ready. We'll lift the left leg up, bend the left knee. Right hand reaching towards the foot or the ankle or as a direction. Try to breathe when you're lifting up. conscious breath. And we'll float the left foot forward without touching the ground, as though you're stepping, but you're not going to step. Press your hands, core. Lift your left leg back up, left knee lifting up. Come on your right fingertips when you're ready. Right hand towards your foot. Couple breaths. And we'll drop the hand, left foot coming forward as though you're stepping. Round your upper back, press your hands. Lift your left leg back up, lift the left knee, inner thigh, and release. We'll push back for a moment. And we'll come to a downward dog. Keep the blocks if you're using them. We're going to drop the knees. We're going to come forward to a chaturanga. So engage your core, mid-traps, muscles in the mid-upper back. Bend your elbows, shoulders past the fingertips, and coming down to the ground. We're going to keep the hands to cobra on the ground or blocks. Make sure your elbows are drawing in towards each other. Keep your hands here. We're going to lift the feet together towards the buttocks. Lift your head up and exhale down. We're going to cross one leg over the other. Lift your feet towards your buttocks, head up. Keep pulling elbows in towards each other. Exhale down. Last time, cross your legs the other way. When you're ready, inhale up, pressing your hands. And exhale, release. Moving towards the upward dog on blocks or the floor. Press the hands. Try to lift your chest up. Press your feet, knees off the floor. Shoulders back, armpits back. Exhale, lift your hips, roll over the feet, maybe step one at a time. Downward dog. We're going to go to a long downward dog. We're going to roll over the feet, maybe one at a time or both, and we're going to come to an upward dog. Pull the armpits back, shoulders down towards the tailbone, head back. And then press your hands, lift your hips. See if you can roll one foot at a time or both feet back to downward dog one more time. So you're in a long downward dog so you can have space to roll over your feet. Keep pressing your hands and you're going to float down to upward dog. Hips off the floor, knees off the floor. Pull the armpits back, shoulders down. Exhale, lift the hips and roll over the feet. Downward dog. Normal stance in downward dog now, not so wide. We'll lift the right leg back and up. We'll pull that right knee to the chest. We'll bring that right knee to outer right elbow and to left elbow. Right elbow, left elbow. A few more times, 3 more times. Right, left, right, left. Right, hold, and try to step your right foot forward, floating it forward. Maybe you step it a couple times if you need to. We'll drop the back knee. Kneeling lunge, hands behind you. Interlace your hands. Open the chest. Finding your breath, conscious breath here. Release the left hand outside, right knee open, chest to the right. Right hand reaching back just for a moment. And we'll come back to center, hands on the blocks or the ground. Lift your back knee. We'll drop the back heel in, so heel to heel alignment, bend the right knee. So it's warrior one stance. Fingertips on the ground or blocks, head up, chest up. Don't lean on the right thigh. Find the strength in your legs and your feet, and now pull the arms back, holding here. Getting ready to come up in a moment. And we're slowly gonna come up. Straight legs, arm up, reach for the sky. Find length in the front body. We'll do this one more time. Bend the right knee. Arms wide, coming back down behind you, chest forward. Hold. Pressing into your feet, strong legs. We're going to come up, arms wide over the head, lengthening the spine. And we'll drop the right hand down, keep the left hand up. We're going to keep the hips square to the front. We're going to turn the upper shoulders to the right, so getting mobility in the upper torso. Straight legs, push the hips back, left hand reaching forward, go slow, right hand back, take your time, opening chest to right. The left hand can hover off the ground, come on the fingertips or a high block. Finding that mobility by opening your chest to the right from the upper shoulders. Right hand pulling back, straight legs, hips pushing back. Come on your left fingertips, or we're going to come straight up. Right hand pulling back, left hand up. Same thing one more time. Left hand forward, push the hips back. When you're ready, coming into the opening chest to the right. Stay light on the left fingertips. Press into feet to come back straight up with stability. Moving to Trikonasana triangle pose. So now turn your chest and your hips to the left. Left hand down, right hand over the head. You might want to adjust your back heel. And then now extend the right hand forward, left hand back. When you're ready, hand to the block or the shin. Triangle pose, 5 breaths. Inhaling, inward moving energy. Exhaling, outward moving energy. We're going to drop that top hand over the head. Coming to a balancing pose, we'll bring the block on the left hand. So left hand with the high block reaching forward or towards the ground. Right hand back. Lift your back heel. Bend the right knee. So left hand reaching far forward, just past the left shoulder. Keep your left toes on the ground. When you're ready, you can lift the left leg up, bend the left knee. Right hand reaching towards the foot or the ankle, or reaching as a direction. Finding your sense of balance and noticing if the breath is moving through the body. With control, come light on your left fingertips. You're going to bend the right knee. Slowly drop the left foot back in a high lunge. So back heel's lifted, hands down, find your stability. When you're ready, lift the hands over the head, expand. Right hand to right thigh. We're going to open chest to the right. Couple options. First option, arm outside the knee, right hand back, or bring your elbow outside the knee, hands to prayer. Pushing elbows away from each other. Feeling the whole body with the breath. We'll drop the hands down. See if you can float your right foot up. You can option to drop the back knee or try to float it up. And then bring the right leg all the way back and up in downward dog. Lengthen out. Moving towards fallen angel, we're going to pull that right knee to your chest. You'll drop your left heel to the right. The right leg's going to go to the left side of the mat on the ground or off the floor. Come on your left fingertips, or fingertips can come off the ground, left hand up. Holding here from the hip and the right leg. And then to come back, pull your knee back in, drop your hand to the ground, right leg up in downward dog. And we'll drop the foot down when you're ready, going to Chaturanga. We'll drop the knees, engage the mid trapezius muscles, chest forward, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. You can drop the knees or lift the hips, roll over the feet to go back to downward dog. If you are using blocks, bring your hands back on the blocks and we'll come to downward dog. We'll lift the left leg up and pull the left knee to your chest. So outside the left elbow, right elbow. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Last time, hold left, pull it in. Try to step your left foot forward, floating forward. Maybe tap it a few times. And we'll drop the back knee to the floor. Interlace hands behind you, kneeling lunge. Open the chest, drop the shoulders. We'll bring the right hand outside of left knee, open chest to left. And release. Hands to the blocks or the ground. We're going to lift the back right knee off the floor. Drop the back heel in, so warrior one stance. Bend the left knee over the ankle. Light on the fingertips, chest forward, head up. Don't lean on the left thigh, make sure your core is engaged. Strong legs. Hands back, hold here. Pressing into your feet, we're going to come up, arms wide, up over the head, straight legs. Lengthen, long spine. We're going to come back to the same position. Bend the left knee, hands back, chest forward. Pressing your back foot. And we'll come back up, arms wide over the head, straight legs. Lengthen the front body. Make sure your stance isn't too long here, heel to heel alignment. Shoulders are going to turn to left, but the hips are going to stay square to the front. So right hand up, left hand down, open chest to left. Right hand's going to reach forward, left hand back. Hand to the high block or the floor, fingertips. Keep the straight legs as you come back up, left hand down, right hand up. One more time, same thing. Push the hips back as you come down. Right hand to the block when you're ready. Top left shoulder pulling up and back. Press your feet, straight legs, coming back up. Lengthen, right hand up. And now we're going to turn to the right side. So shoulders and hips are going to turn to the right. Right hand down, left hand over the head, coming to triangle pose. And now lengthen the right side body, right hand forward, left hand back. When you're ready, right hand to a block or a shin or the floor for triangle pose. Lifting left hand straight to the sky, stacking the shoulders, ears back in line with the spine. We'll drop the gaze down. Block to the right hand, going for the balance. So the right hand's reaching far forward. Come back on, lift your back heel on the right toes. Bend the left knee when you're ready. Lift the back right foot. Bend the right knee, left hand towards the ankle or the foot. So your hips and shoulders are square as your left hand reaches for the foot or in the direction of. And when you come down with control, bend the left knee, slowly step that right foot back in a high lunge. Heel off the ground, hands over the head. Finding that stability. And we're moving towards the twist, left hand to left thigh, right hand outside the left knee or elbow, hands to prayer. Your version. Breathing through the pose, feeling the whole body. We'll bring the hands down to the ground. Try to float your left heel back, maybe tap it a few times. And we'll bring the left leg back and up in downward dog, going to fallen angel. So left knee comes to the chest. The right heel is going to go to the left side of the mat. Left leg on the right side on the floor, right fingertips, or left leg up and the right hand comes up. So different options here. And then pull the left knee in, hand down, back to downward dog, left leg back up, lengthen out. And we'll go to Chaturanga when you're ready. Drop the knees, chest comes forward, shoulders past the fingertips first, then you gauge the back muscles, bend the elbows, cobra or upward dog. Pushing back to downward dog, either knees down or rolling over the feet. 5 breaths here. Staying watchful of how the breath feels when it moves through the body. Getting ready to jump to the top or step, bend your knees, shoulders back, straight arms. If you're jumping, press your hands, lift your hips. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, head up, straight legs. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Press your feet, coming all the way up, arms up, expanding. Exhale, arms wide down by the side. Staying at the top of the mat, we're going to bend the knees, feet together. Twisting to the right, so left elbow or left arm outside the right knee. So the version that you did on the previous pose, use the same version so your body's used to that version for today. Drop your hips, weight in the heels, gaze down to the floor. Light on the left heel. Try to step your left foot back in a high lunge now. You can take a couple steps to get there. Keeping control, we're going to come to a high lunge. Release the hands. Bring the arms shoulder width and then turning to a warrior two to the left. Arms wide. Drop the back heel. Reaching for a block. If you don't have a block, I'll demonstrate here. With your hands, you can interlace the hands in front of you and over the head like so. Otherwise, if you have a block, take the block with you. We're going to hold here, warrior two with the block, squaring shoulders and hips to the side. Right knee over the ankle. Inhale, straight legs, block over the head. Feel the pinky edges of your feet. Lift your hip bones, engage your core. Try to maintain these actions. And we're going to bend the knee without losing those actions we just found. Core, pinky edges of the feet. Notice that energy line helping you with this pose. And we'll bring the block outside the right foot or the hand. Open chest to left. Left hand reaching back, left palm to sky. Gaze to that left palm as you bring it up and over the head. Retracting the bottom right shoulder towards the spine. Reaching left hand over the head. And we'll drop the hands down to the floor, either side of the right foot. Lift your back heel, drop the left knee to the floor. We're releasing that right hip. We're going to open the right knee to the side, press the pinky edge of the right foot, pull the right thigh in towards the hip bone. As you bring your hands to the ground in front of you, push your hips back. Going deeper inside the body. And we'll release. Bring that right foot back to center. Going to twisted kneeling lunge. So left hand on the ground of the block. Open chest to the right. Right hand back. When you're ready, you can lift the left knee or not. Either version. We're going to push the hips back, straight legs, any amount, just for a breath and come back. And we'll release the left knee to the ground if it was lifted. So moving towards the quad stretch, see if your right hand can reach for your left foot or ankle. Otherwise, we'll take the strap, right hand on top of the buckle, so the hoop is hanging down. And bring your left knee further back, left hand maybe a little further forward. And try to hoop the strap around the foot to the ankle. And finding your stretch here. Breathing through the tension. And we'll release the pose. If you're using blocks, bring both blocks at the top, either side of the right foot. We're going to try and float the right foot back so you can leave the left knee down or up. Press the palms, lift the right foot, float it back, and we'll meet in downward dog. Moving towards upward dog directly like we've been rolling over the feet. So come in a longer stance, roll over the feet, maybe one at a time or both. Keep your hips lifted. And then drop your hips down, open the chest, armpits back, ears back, lengthen. Try to lift your hips, roll over the feet back to downward dog. A few breaths here, finding a place of center. Last breath. When you're ready, we'll bend the knees, step or jump top of the mat. Inhale, head up. Exhale, forward fold. Press your feet coming all the way up, expanding to the sky. Exhale, arms down, moving to the other side. So we're going to bring the feet together, bend the knees, weight in the heels, drop the hips. So the right arm is going to come outside the left knee. Your version, hands to arm or the hands to prayer, open chest. Drop your gaze to the floor. Lift your right heel. See if you can step your right foot back to the high lunge. You can step it a few times if you need to, keeping your balance. And we'll come to a high lunge. When you have your stability, keeping your focus, moving towards a warrior two. So when you're ready, drop your arms shoulder height parallel to the floor, turn to the right side. Drop the back heel, heel to arch alignment. Reaching for the block or use interlace your hands. Block in front of you, squaring shoulders and hips to the right as your left knee bends over the ankle. And we'll inhale, straight legs, block over the head. Now find the energy lines of the pinky edges of the feet and lifting your hip bones, engaging the core. Keep those actions as you bend the left knee, arm block in front of you. We'll drop the left hand or block outside the left foot, open chest to the right. Right palm to sky. And reaching that right hand up and over the head, gazing to the right palm, straight arm. Left shoulder pulling in towards the spine to protect the joint. We'll drop that right hand down. Lift the back heel, drop the right knee to the ground. Go into the hip release, so open your left knee to the side, come on the pinky edge of the left foot. So the left thigh bones pulling in towards the hip as your hands are on the ground. Push the hips back any amount. Breathing through tension. Dissolving it. And we'll bring that left foot back to center. Going to kneeling twisted lunge. So right hand on the block with the floor, open chest to left. Left hand reaching back. Option to lift the back knee. Either version, knee down or up, will pull the hips back, straighten the legs any amount, and then bend the knee. We'll drop the right knee to the floor. Bring the right knee back, right hand forward. See if you can reach the back heel with your left hand. If not, we'll come to the strap with the quad stretch. So grab the buckle in your left hand and loop it around the right ankle. Bring your right knee back, right hand forward to create more space. Releasing more here, dissolving, breaking it into small pieces, creating space in the body. And release the pose. If you're using blocks, bring both blocks to the top of the mat, either side of left foot, hands flat. Option to lift the back knee. We're going to float the left foot back, meeting in a downward dog. Rolling over the feet for upward dog again. So bring the feet far back. Try to roll over the feet. With control, drop your hips, roll the shoulders back and down. Press your index finger and pinky fingers. And then lift the hips, roll back over the feet. Downward dog. We'll move the blocks aside, hands to the floor. And take a few breaths here in downward dog, 5 conscious breaths. We're going to jump to the seated. So cross your ankles when you jump. Bring your hands back. Try to extend your legs and then drop your hips to the ground. We're going to bend the left knee. Bring the left foot flat to the floor, out just in line with your hip or just outside your left hip. Right leg is very active and straight. Lift the arms over the head. Ground your hips here for now. Both hips down, arms up. And we'll open the chest to the right. Left hand outside of right leg, right hand back. Pressing a lot into the left foot. And now open chest to left. Wrap your right arm around the left knee, left hand back, and go back to the right side. Again, one more time. And open to left. Now we'll come back to center. Keep the foot pressing down, reach the hands forward in front of you. Your left hip can lift off the floor, but keep pressing into that left foot a lot. Hands on either side of the right leg or both hands inside the right leg, whichever feels better. Reaching the heart forward. So left hip can come off the floor, that's okay, as long as you press the left foot down a lot, as though you're standing into it. And release. We'll go to the other side. Extend the left leg, right knee bends, very strong left leg, left heel pressing down, right foot pressing down, arms up, lengthen both hips down for now. And we'll open chest to left, right hand outside of left leg, left hand back. And we'll switch to the other side. Left arm wraps around right knee, right hand back. One more time. Open to left, grounding the hips, and back to the right side. And we'll come to center. Now you can lift the right hip, but really press the right foot as though you're standing in the right foot. And now bring your hands forward any amount, shining your heart forward, breathing here. And we'll release. Moving towards wide legs. So different options here. Wide legs, hands in front of you on the ground. If you're more flexible, you can bring the hands to your outer feet and bring your chest down towards the ground. If you're less flexible today, you can bend your knees and bring your hands in front of you. So whichever version feels good, where you can breathe and release tension. Staying aware of the breath, slowing down the practice. We're going to lean back, straight legs. We're going to float them up, hands outside the shins or ankles or feet, and shine your heart to the sky. Balancing on the sitting bones. We're going to cross the legs, right leg in front, squeeze your knees to your chest, feet off the floor, arms in front of you. Hold here, we're going to come back. So extend the legs wide again, and we'll hold. Hands on the shins or feet, heart to sky, balance on the sitting bones. And we'll left leg in front of right leg, cross your legs, pull to your chest, feet off the floor, hands in front of you. Squeeze your knees to your chest. And from here, we're going to jump back. So hands to the floor in front of you. See if you can lift your hips and jump your feet back, high plank. Drop the knees, chaturanga, chest forward, bend the elbows, midline. Cobra or upward dog, pressing the index finger and pinky fingers. Exhaling back to downward dog. We're going to drop the knees, inch off the floor. We're going to hover here again like we did earlier. And we're going to come down to our stomachs. We're going to release more quad stretches here. So bring the strap if you think you're going to need it. If you needed it for the previous stretch, you might need it here. Coming onto the belly, we'll bring the left forearm down. And then bend the right knee. Right hand reaching for the right foot. So if you can reach the foot, turn your fingers so they face the front of the foot and your elbow is up and you're pressing your foot down by the side of the hip. If you have trouble with that, use the strap. So grab the buckle, loop around the foot to the ankle, and you're going to pull just above where the ankle is. Holding here. And we'll move to the other side. So we'll come onto the right forearm and we'll bend the left knee. Same thing, left hand reaches for the foot. Turn your fingers like you did if you were able to grab the foot. Turn your fingers to the top of the foot. Otherwise, use the strap. releasing the quadricep. And release the foot with the strap or the hand. Moving towards Dhanurasana back bend here. So if you have the strap, we're not done with it yet. You'll want to loop the strap around both ankles now. Make it a large loop so your hand can grab the outer edge of the loop. Once you have it, release your head, forehead to the ground, and hands behind you hanging on to the loop. Bend your knees. If you can grab your feet, that's fine. Otherwise, inhale, head up, knees off the floor. Pull the feet away from the strap. So if you have the strap, feet push back into the strap, hands pull. So the opposition with hands and feet. Knees off the floor, head up. Exhale to the ground. 2 more times. So release, take a moment. We're going to come up on the inhale, pull the feet back, resist the strap. Hands pull the opposite direction towards you. Knees off the floor, inner thighs, open the chest. Exhale down. Last time's the best one. Third one's the best. When you're ready, coming up on the inhale, wide collarbones, squeeze your shoulder blades together and down the back, ears back, lift your knees up, pull the feet back. Nice, and release the pose. Make a pillow with your hands for a moment. Just find your breath. Start lengthening the breath, so longer exhales. So the body goes more in a restorative, regenerative state. Moving towards my favorite shoulder opener. So we're going to bring the right arm, palm flat to the ground, shoulder height, left fingertips in front of you. Open your chest to the left. You can keep your left hand on the floor, left leg bends back behind you, or option to reach your hand towards the foot. So it's deeper if you reach the foot, but still a great stretch if your hands, fingertips are on the floor by your chest. Left knee bending, left foot behind you. Going deeper inside the body through layers and layers. And we'll release to the other side. So left arm shoulder height, palm flat to the floor. Right fingertips by the chest, open chest to the left. The right knee's going to bend and reach back behind you. Finding your version, hand to the foot or fingertips on the ground. Make sure the arm is straight and shoulder height, palm down. And release the pose. We're going to push back to a child's pose, releasing the spine. We're going to go to downward dog like we did. So find your straight arms. Press your index finger, pinky fingers, wide collarbones. Exhale, lift your knees. Inhale, then exhale back to downward dog, keeping the upper body strength, wide shoulders. Now bring your chest to your thighs. Bend your knees. Pull your chest to your thighs. Deeper stretch and release. We're going to jump to the top. You can cross your ankles or step. Moving towards Savasana. Make sure you take this 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes of time here to rest. Adorable one. Sit or lie down, completely immobile, beholding the cloudless sky, or if there are clouds, the sky beyond. As vastness envelops you, the body vanishes. Thoughts forget to come. In this moment, you are the nature of the great sky. press back into the space, wiggling your fingers and your toes. You can choose how you want to come up, either extend the legs or bend the knees to your chest. And we'll slowly meet in an easy cross-legged pose. Take a moment, hands to knees, to feel a sense of peace inside. Hands to prayer. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Bye, everyone.